Welcome to Robo Room. I am Dave from the Coda with another quick guide for you. Today we're going to be preparing the Raspberry Pi for most of the tutorials and guides that I do in the Robo Room series. As you can see here, I have a Raspberry Pi B that uses a regular sized SD card, 4 gig. You just want to make sure that you have the right SD card for your Raspberry Pi. We're going to insert this into our computer to get ready to flash the Rasbian image to it. And once that SD card is ready to be flashed, I use a formatter called SD Format version 4. You can find this Google search for it, but you want to make sure you have the right drive selected, the right size is there, and your volume label is what you want it to be. We're just going to do a quick format. And of course, I do want to format this. I'm just going to delete everything off the SD card. Like I said, very quick, and my 4 gig flash drive is ready to be written to. Next, we're going to want to go to raspberrypi.org and download the Rasbian image file. I just want to get the standard Rasbian image for most of my tutorials and my projects here on the site, torrent or zip file, whichever is your preference. I'm going to be using a file called Win32 Disk Imager, and as you can see here, you load in, you pick the image file, make sure you have the right device, you click write, and yes, you want to write over the SD card. And then you're just going to let this go. Depending on the write speed of your card reader and the image file, this can take up to 5-10 minutes. But once that's finished, you will get an alert that you're done. You click OK and exit out of the program. Next, we're going to take the SD card and we're going to get that into the Raspberry Pi. Insert it into the bottom. Make sure it clicks in all the way so all the pins are engaged. I'm going to connect this to my network via wired. It's the easiest way to do it the first time and find the IP address. If you need to hook this up to a monitor or a TV, you can do that and plug in a keyboard. I'm going to be doing this over the network, so I won't need either of those. And then you're going to give the Raspberry Pi some power, let that boot up, and then we'll move on to the next step. The next thing we're going to be doing is getting the Rasbian operating system upgraded and updated so that everything is up to date. I'm going to be using PuTTY to connect to my Raspberry Pi. If you connect it to a monitor using a keyboard, you're going to be doing that. Put a link in the description down below for the PuTTY download. Logging into your Pi, the login is just Pi. The password is Raspberry. And once you've logged in, the first command we're going to do is update all of the packages. So you're going to do sudo space apt-get space update. That's apt-get space update. Now this can take 2 to 3 minutes depending on your internet speed. But once that's finished, we're going to do one more command, sudo apt-get upgrade. And this is going to upgrade all of the installed packages that were just updated. You will be asked one question possibly during the upgrade or the update process. You just have to answer yes to that. And again, depending on your internet speed, this can take about 2 or 3 minutes. But once this is done and you've completed both of these, the update and the upgrade, your Raspberry Pi is ready to start modding and messing around with and getting ready for some home automation. In the description, there'll be some links to the products that I use, the Raspberry Pi and my SD card, as well as links to the useful programs that I use in this tutorial. Hopefully this was useful to you. Stay tuned for some more Robo Room. Like always, good luck and have fun.